Hello everyone, Jeremy here, and welcome to part 2 of my in-depth look at the Xbox One's user interface and all of its coolest features. Today we're going to be looking at the Xbox One Game DVR and the Upload Studio. And if you saw the last video, you'll know that what just happened is Kinect thinks that I'm talking to it. So we're just going to ignore that part. Stop listening. Alright, so now I got Kinect under control, we can continue. So the Upload Studio and the Game DVR, they work together. They work together in order to allow you to record your gameplay footage, and you can upload it to the Xbox community as a whole, and you can also upload it to your SkyDrive account, and from there you can just download it on your computer, put it in whatever video editing software you may have, and just do whatever you want with it. It's going to be a file that is yours to keep forever. But before you can do any of that, you are going to need to download the Upload Studio application that does not come pre-installed on the Xbox One. You have to actually find it and download it yourself. An easy way to get to it, if you don't see it on the dashboard, is to go into Apps. And right now, it's in new releases. When you get your Xbox One, it may be in a different place, but just make sure that you go to the app section of the Xbox Store, and then you'll be able to download it. And as you can see, it's about a 98 megabyte file. Really, just call it 100. Not about 100 megabytes, so it's not that large at all, and this is where you're going to keep all of your videos. So let me show you how you go about doing this. We are going to start up Forza 5 Motorsport. This is going to be the game that we are going to record some of our footage on. Now there are a couple different ways that you can record footage on the Xbox One. If you have your Kinect plugged in and it's all ready to go, you can just give it a simple command to start recording. Alternatively, you can do it all by hand, but the fastest way to do it, especially when you're in the moment, is to use your voice, because the two ways that you can capture footage is you can just be playing the game, and if something cool happens, you can have the Xbox instantly record the last 30 seconds or so of what just happened. So if you're like me and you're playing something in Forza and you get into a spectacular wreck, or you pass someone up and it was really cool, you can tell the Xbox to record what just happened like that. You see how that came up? That was the command.
Now we return to the Ardennes Forest in Belgium and the Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps.
That was the command to tell the Xbox to capture what just happened. And you can also set up the snap feature, which I showed in my last video, so that the DVR can be placed on about a fifth of the screen over, and then you can record gameplay footage for up to 5 minutes, and you can just watch the countdown as it happens. So we are going to do that both ways, just as soon as I am able to race. So we're just going to start a very basic race here, and we're going to wait for the best moment to record the previous 30 seconds of footage, and then we are going to deliberately record even longer than that. So here we are, just racing. Texaco, huh? Yeah, that's pretty cool. Alright, so we're turning the corner. Okay, so let's say I wanted to see that again. All I have to do is tell Kinect, Xbox, record that. And you see right there, at the top right of the screen, it just said that the game clip was recorded. Xbox, record that. Alright, so now we are recording what just happened just now. So we got 2 clips where the Xbox had just recorded the last, roughly around the last 30 seconds of gameplay footage. So if we wanted to record for even longer, let's just say I just wanted to record this entire match, all I have to do is say Xbox Snap Game DVR. And you can see the Game DVR is now on the right side of the screen, and it's giving me some different options. It says that I can end a clip right now. It says I can start a new clip, or I can look at all my clips. I want to start a new clip, so I'm just going to hit A on start new clip, and it says I can record up to 5 minutes. So I'm just going to start recording. I'm going to double tap on the Xbox button in order to bring me back into the game. And off we go. So far we have recorded 12 seconds of footage, and it will just continue for as long as I want it to. Now, because this is I'm playing in a single player mode, I'm free to pause it and stop it whenever I want. If you're in the middle of a multiplayer match where you can't pause and going back and forth between the main game screen and the Snap Game DVR screen could be enough to really throw you off or get you killed. But you can always edit the clips down if you want to. So even if you record a little bit more than you wanted to record, you don't have to keep all that footage. You can just trim it. And you can also stack multiple clips on top of each other, so you can make like a little story if you want. Alright, so that's all I wanted to record. So I'm just going to double tap again on the menu, on the Xbox button on the controller, and I'm going to stop that recording. So as it's finishing up and it tells me that 107 or a minute and 7 seconds have been recorded, now I want to actually look at what I just recorded. So what you could do is you could just go back to the home page and go to the Upload Studio. Or if you wanted to be fancy and use Connect, you can just, well, first let's unsnap this by saying Xbox unsnap. So that is now unsnapped, and now we can go to the Upload Studio by saying Xbox go to Upload Studio. So now we are in the Upload Studio, and it tells you all the different things that you can do here. You can record from the Game DVR. You can bring up clips that you've recorded with the Game DVR. You can use Connect to give it some commentary if you like, so it can be a picture-in-picture view. And you can add some kind of like filters to your videos to give it a little bit of a distinctive style. You can trim them, of course, and then upload it to the Xbox community or SkyDrive. So let's get started. Now here are the few different templates we can use. We can choose to just trim it. We can use picture-in-picture if we wanted to put ourselves in the video. We could bookend the clips that we did, and we can also put multiple clips together, 5 clips together. We can just paste them all, and you can get a look at that as well. I may just even put a link in the description of a Dead Rising 3 multi-clip video that I put together when I first got the Xbox One, and we can take a look at that. But for right now, let's just go to trim. Now we have 2 different options here. We can choose to grab a video from the Game DVR, or we can record with Connect, record ourselves. But we're just going to choose the Game DVR since this is the footage that we just captured. And here's a list of all the things that I've captured within recent memory. This is the 1 and 5 second clip that you can see playing right now. And then we also have the 2 roughly 30-second clips. It's not exactly 30 seconds. As you can see, this one was 29 and the other one was 28. So these are the 2 clips that we recorded at the very beginning of the race. So let's say we just wanted to look at our spectacular wreck. We can click on that, and we can get rid of it, or we can trim it down if we want. And the trim feature, is very simple. You use the left analog stick to control the left side of the clip, and then use the right analog stick to control the right side of the clip. Now see, this isn't a very long clip to begin with, so we'll move the right one all the way to the end, and we'll just make the left one basically begin when things started to go wrong. So we're going over waiting for the spectacular wreck. You have to wait for it to catch up, of course. Let's move back a little bit. Okay. All right, so let's just start about right here. Okay, let's say like this is where things start to go wrong. So we're going to trim it at this point. And this will be pretty much the final product, because the total length of this clip now is just 10 seconds as opposed to 28 or 29 like it was when we first started. So we could record a voiceover if we wanted to. Let's just go ahead. We'll try to do that. Or maybe not, because since I'm doing this recording, it'll come up as being like a double voice in the video. But yeah, you can see right here. If I wanted to, I can just use the Kinect's microphone in order to record your commentary over your clips, if you wanted to do that. And skins are basically the filters that you can put over it. So if I wanted my video to look really warm and I wanted to have this filter put on it, I can do that. You can also use stripes, frames, shapes, night vision, and shards. So depending on whatever mood that you're in, as well as slam default, which is just how the game came out, and chevrons, you can really make your particular clip look special in one way or another. So you can see the live preview up at the top that's just showing what it would look like in wide in the widescreen format. If I wanted to put it in shapes, you see that's what that looks like there. And you hit X to play. So you can see exactly what it's going to look like if you decided to apply that particular skin. So going back to the very first one that we selected, the embers, which would have made it look quite warm. We're going to play that. You see that? The flames. And then if you decided, okay, I like that, that's what I want to work with, you would hit finish. You would give it a name. So, we'll just call it TH for no reason. You can tag it much like you would in a Twitter post or whatever. So when people in the Xbox community, they can actually know what kind of video this is, from epic moments to epic fails, reviews, help and tips, walkthrough, funny. And then when you choose to upload it, your options are the regular upload that tells you that it will be shared with your friends and the Xbox community as a whole, but you have to be sure that you don't curse a whole lot when you upload these to the Xbox community, because if you do, you risk getting the Game DVR privileges taken away from you. So Microsoft doesn't want you to curse when you do this. And you can also upload it and save it to your SkyDrive account. But I'm not going to do that. And whether you know it or not, you do have access to a SkyDrive account. It's all tied into your Microsoft account, which is the same account that you use to sign into your Xbox One. So if you go to the SkyDrive website and you put in the exact same email address and password that you used to get into Xbox One, you will see your SkyDrive. And me personally, I have a little bit of trouble finding those gameplay clips just by looking at SkyDrive. So I always have to search Xbox in the little search bar in SkyDrive, and that will take you to a page that shows you all of your Xbox One clips. So we're not going to save any of that. Now let's take a look at putting multiple clips together. I'm pretty sure I have 5 clips that I could use. So you can tell a story, if you wanted to, but I am not going to tell a story. I am just going to briefly show how you can put 5 clips together and say, I want this one, and I want that one, and then for no reason at all, I will put in something from Killer Instinct. So if I wanted to start playing something, it would start off from right here and go on over to the second clip and finally on the third clip. So I'm going to just try to hold the right trigger to try to fast forward. And you can see the timeline at the bottom of the screen. It's on the second clip now, and it's almost at the third. And I'm just going to let it go right here. And it's going to transition to Killer Instinct for no reason at all, because that's just how I set it up. Now, if you just wanted to end things here and say, okay, I just want to do 5 clips, okay, I'm finished now, it'll tell you that you have to add clips before you can record a voiceover or upload. So it seems that when they say that they want you to record 5 clips, they really do want you to record 5 clips. So only use this feature if you've got 5 clips to show. Otherwise, try the bookend feature, the bookend template. That'll let you just do 3 clips, and it'll be easier for you to manage. And of course, picture-in-picture is when you upload something from your Game DVR, and then you put your face to it and connect. And you can do some commentary, live commentary. You can just say something really briefly, because since you only have a 5-minute limit, you won't be able to do entire gameplay walkthroughs and things like that using the Xbox One. But perhaps in the future that will be expanded, and maybe one day you would. So that pretty much covers the Upload Studio. It's a lot easier to use the Upload Studio and access it with Kinect to actually get to it. Using it, of course, is better if you use the controller. But the Xbox One's navigation and menu system with the controller is really quite convoluted, which is why it's, in my opinion, it's better with Kinect, for the very reason that Kinect makes getting through all of the confusion a lot easier than navigating with the controller. So from here, you can feel free to share all of your uploaded gameplay clips to your heart's content, as long as you keep the profanity to a bare minimum, so you don't lose the ability to do it in the future. So that does it for the second part. In the next part of the video, we're going to go over some Kinect voice commands and show how convenient or how inconvenient Kinect can be at times, because as you saw at the very beginning of the video, it activated and I did not want it to. So we are going to take a look at that next. So thank you so much for watching this video. And until next time, I'm Jeremy, and I'll see you in the next one.